My name is Ngizwe Mchunu, the SAPC 1 presenter, We Roots, as well as the founder of the online radio station, which is called Ngizwe Online, as well as the owner of the radio station that plays the traditional music based in KwaZulu-Natal. Therefore, I'm here today expressing my deepest sadness as well as my disappointment to the judicial system and to the Department of Justice as a whole of this country. I remember when the pandemic disease came to our country and you intended that we must all go and look and sit down for a lockdown that has ever happened in the history of our country. We understood that, but during the 21 days, the first 21 days of the lockdown of this country, my 6-year-old daughter was sexually abused repeatedly eSkhawini, Empangeni. That's where, when those news broke to me, I was extremely disappointed, very sad. As a cultural activist, I know exactly, and a public figure, I know exactly how anybody can feel ukuthi indodakazi yakho uzwa ukuthi indodakazi yakho idlwengulile. Lokho manje ngendodakazi yami ukuthi ihlukumezeke kanjani nomqondo wayo walibala kangakanani. I was totally disturbed. I nearly lost my life during those days, during those periods when I was told. I nearly messed up. But as a public figure, I decided to pursue the right thing and to lead by example. When we do wrong, we are criticized and told that we must lead by example. When we follow the justice routine, then we get disappointed. When we take the matters to our own hands, we are breaking the rules of law. We are attacking the state. And when we do the right thing, Mr. President, then we are compromised with our own justice system. The case was open in May, and I allow all the processes private and confidential to proceed because my popularity, my private life, the person who abused my own daughter is a very close family at the age of 56 years, and my daughter is 6 years. Can we imagine the involvement of the family at large and the broken down of all that family system due to that abuse? As you know, that in most cases they are getting suppressed as a result of respecting and value our families. Most criminals are being protected as a result of that. But I chose not to do so. I took my daughter to the TS Foundation and to the Teddy Bear Clinic for assessment and for counseling. During that process, while I was waiting that my daughter should be counseled and get help, guess what? Because of the amount of the abuse my daughter got, they said, where is the case number? I said, myself, I need counseling as well, because I'm in the process of that. They even said to me, they are going to arrest me if I'm not pursuing the legal routes of this, because most cases like this, they end up not bringing in a justice because they are being suppressed because of cultural and the family values. I chose to do the right thing, but now I'm being compromised with my own country, with my own judicial system. I want to respect and take my head off for MEC of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Ntuli, who first heard my story and comfort me and take this matter serious. And I want to acknowledge Ubaba Ukomo Wase Mbangeni, the Petakia of Mbangeni police station, who also took the matter serious with his team. I was extremely disappointed today when I hear the news. The police drove down to come to my house and tell me that the case has been withdrawn without us, with all the witnesses, as well as my daughter, appearing to the magistrate and hear our side and hear and the trial continued. Before the trial began, the case was withdrawn. And the perpetrator is celebrating today as a criminal, even before the case starts. The main concern reason I'm saying this now, and I'm telling the nation, and I'm sending this message to the president, as well as the Minister of Justice, to take action against whoever was involved in this highest criminal that is destroying our nation during the outbreak of women and children abused. Mr. President, you have promised the nation that you are going to amend the law, the constitution, that protect young children and our women. And you did that. But today, I'm sitting here crying very sad, telling you that we got an angry nation out there. How many cases that are similar to mine that are suppressed because they don't have the voice to speak? They don't have the privilege that I may have to send this video to you, to send the video to the nation. How many people who are looking up to me supposed to take an example of what I have done for my daughter? I was not going to come out, but now I'm telling the nation that I'm disappointed. Please, Mr. President, intervene. The Escawini magistrate who have withdrawn this case, he has destroyed your vision. He has destroyed the women and children abuse. Even the constitution that you have just amended is useless if you have useless people down there operating the justice department like a spot shop. I am sending the message that anybody that has been compromised by the judicial system, by the system of our country, and must come out and tell the nation. Because now they say time heals. Time heals only when the justice is done. When there's no justice, we are only angry and we are about to burst. And when we burst, you cannot be our leader and lead the angry people. During the 21 days of lockdown, my child was abused sexually, repeatedly. Now, I'm compromised with a system that's supposed to protect me. I'm appealing to you, please intervene. Another reason that I'm saying this is because the perpetrator did all it could, even abusing his accessibility to the whole family system. And then he even promised to pay 100,000 and pay 2 cows so that I can drop the case, so that I can even not send my daughter to the court, so that the case should be withdrawn if I don't do that, so that we can continue abuse other people and be a free man. I hate nobody, but no one on earth can take 100,000 over his own and his own daughter in his own blood. And I told the police about that. So today, I am left with no option but to send the message to you, Mr. President.